Exposing secular influences in faith leadership, as analyzed by Joseph Bahoda.
Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Walking Through the Scriptures with Joseph Bahoda. Again, I'm your host, Joe Bahoda. And I got another one for you today, talking about Sarah Jakes Roberts. Yes, the gift that keeps on giving. Now, this video is brought to you by Corey Minor of Biblical Response. And he did a really good job of exposing Sarah Jakes Roberts and basically how she's got one foot in the world. And we're going to be looking at that video, but also I'm going to be expounding on that video, just some insights and stuff that I saw. And I agree with Corey. You know, Sarah Jakes is about the world, and she's got like one foot in the church and one foot in the world. And I've been saying this for years. If you dance with the devil long enough, eventually you're not just going to be dancing with him. He's going to want to take the lead, and he's going to take over. So when you dance with the devil and you dance with the devil long enough, eventually he's going to take over. So when you got one foot in the church and one foot in the world, eventually you're going to swing more towards the world. And you're going to get a lot more secular and a lot more carnal and a lot more, worldly. And quite frankly, particularly when it comes to women, sensually and sexually. And you're going to see this with men too. The tight-fitting clothing, the gyrations on the stage, the worldly dancing, inappropriate stuff unless you're married, okay? But these are things you should not be doing behind the pulpit. These things you should not be preaching on. These are things you should not be saying behind a microphone. You got to get delivered, both men and women. And you'll see this. The more and more you cater towards the world, the more and more they're going to want to take over. And before you know it, you're going to be worldly too. And you're seeing that with Sarah Jakes Roberts. Now that her and her husband, Tori Roberts, are now the pastors of the Potter's House, because officially her daddy, T.D. Jakes, gave it over to them a couple months ago. This is definitely inappropriate. This is definitely inappropriate. So again, when you dance with the devil, eventually he's going to take over. And you're going to see some worldly stuff here with her. So let me go ahead and just start sharing my screen. Here we go.
I didn't see it at first. Now I see why. Do you all remember this?
Real quick, this is Biblical Response. And again, this is Corey Minor.
Do you all remember this from Sarah Jakes?
Holds are for strong women. That's why the hold got to be strong, because the woman is strong. But you know what's stronger than the hold? Who the Son is set free is free indeed. Power of God fall in this place.
Remember that when you first seen, like,
I do. It was the last women's conference or so that she did, and I actually did a video on that. I'm going to go ahead and find that, and I'm going to put it in the description of this video. That way you can see what I'm talking about. And I even had on my thumbnail then I said, Sarah Jakes Roberts, what are you doing? Because what you're going to hear there is a whole bunch of word salad. She's basically, the stronghold on women's got to be strong because you got strong women, and just there's no biblical verse for that at all. Number one. And number two, when she says what she says, listen to the organist and the guitar player, i.e. the musicians or whomever, and the drummer and whatnot in the background. The musicians are in on this, guys. The musicians are in on this. They're in on the entertainment of it, the shock value of it, the circus nature of it. These preachers like Sarah Jakes Roberts are backed up by the musicians. It's all part of the circus show. It's all part of the Wizard of Oz. Never mind the man behind the curtain. It's all smoke and mirrors, and the musicians are in on it. Okay. It's all a show. It's really not the power of the Holy Spirit. See, they're mistaking fame, and they're mistaking all this music and hooping and hollering and all this kind of stuff for the power of the Holy Spirit. Now, I'm not saying there's not women in these conferences that aren't saved and don't have the Holy Spirit. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is what they're preaching and how they do it, it's really Wizard of Oz. It's smoke and mirrors. The Holy Spirit is not in a lot of this stuff. It's all smoke and mirrors between the preacher and the musicians. And it's all a show. That's what I'm saying.
First of all, forget what she said. strong women need strongholds or whatever. Forget that part. Because I think what she's trying to do is find something clever. I get it. I get it now. I get it now because someone sent something else and then something else. I didn't think much about the first thing. Then the second, like, huh, that's her thing now. That is her thing, but it's not just her. What am I talking about? Well, what they are trying to do, what they are envious of, who they want to emulate are these actors, or not actors, but these musicians, these performers. They want to come on stage and they want to perform almost.
And that's really what it is. A lot of times it's not preaching the word at all. It's a performance. It's a stage play. Again, it's never mind the man behind the curtain. It's smoke and mirrors. It's the Wizard of Oz stuff. Meaning it's not the real power. It's not the genuine power, authentic power of the Holy Spirit. It's them putting on a show that they pass off as the Holy Spirit. That's what it is.
It's like they're in like an R&B group or a rapper or what have you. This is her. This is what she likes to do.
In your life, and they've been prospering for too long because you've been serving the wrong things. But I hear God saying, if you serve me, I'll stop every weapon, every tongue that rises up against you.
Now, it's weird looking, but I want.
Stop. It's weird looking. Yeah, it's weird looking, but I'll go further, Corey. I'll be the bad guy if you don't want to. And I'm going to rewind it just so I can prove what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's weird looking. You know why it's weird looking, Corey? You didn't say it, so I'll say it for you. I'll be the bad guy. And ladies, I love you, but I love you enough to not care. And as far as if you get mad at me or not. You want to know why it looks weird, Corey? You want to know why it looks silly? You want to know why it looks off? Particularly as a woman preaching behind the pulpit and a woman behind the microphone preaching, supposedly preaching the Bible, supposedly preaching the gospel. You want to know why it looks weird, Corey? Because it looks sensual and sexual in nature. She looks like she's jumping up and down a stripper pole. That's what it looks like she's doing. Now you can accuse me of being a pervert, ladies, whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I know. Okay. And she's looking sensual. She's looking sexual, and therefore she's inappropriate. Particularly now as a so-called pastor of the Potter's house, a pastor of a church, what she's doing there is inappropriate. So the reason it looks weird, Corey, is because it looks sensual and it looks sexual. That's why. So I'm going to go ahead and rewind it just to prove my case. That's why it looks so weird. Because she's inappropriate and wrong. That's why, Corey. Which I'm sure you would agree with me if we were to talk about this.
This is her. This is what she likes to do.
In your life, and they've been prospering for too long because you've been serving the wrong things. But I hear God saying, if you serve me, I'll stop every weapon, every tongue that rises up against you.
Now,
Inappropriate, sensual, sexual, and just doesn't need to be done. Just doesn't need to be done. Period. Ladies, get mad at me all you want. Like I said, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you get you free. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate. For a woman of God who's supposed to be displaying the power of God, supposed to be displaying the power of the Holy Spirit, supposed to be showing other women what the Holy Spirit is supposed to be, supposed to have Christian character and Christian display so people see God and they see Christ and not us. And you're supposed to be preaching the Bible and not your own gyrations. Completely inappropriate. And oh, by the way, ladies, just so you don't think I'm just picking on the women, I'm not.